All right. All right, we are live. Welcome to Gilmour Academy's Athletic Center. I'm Marissa Martin along with Zach Berman. We're here for the district semifinal of the Gilmour Lancers versus the Hawken Hawks here in volleyball. Zach?
Always a great game, and you know Gilmour, if they want to pride themselves on anything, it is their volleyball team and new coach, a lot of new starters. It's the same story. This team is dominant as ever.
Correct, new coach and Phil Markovicius. It's his first year, but he was the coach under Danny Coughlin last year, so
True.
He is familiar with this program. But we have a great matchup for you guys, the 13-9 Lancers taking on the 10-10 Hawken Hawks here in the district semi.
Yeah, you always got that local matchup. Always exciting, too. Even better, heightened by the playoffs. So Lancers favored in this one, but always going to be a good game. We've seen any other sports, Hawken always rises up to the task and gives Gilmour a good bout. But here in their home stadium today, the Lancers look to move on and continue and live on to this prestige of the Gilmour Academy Lancers volleyball program. Coming off of being state champs, can they do it again? Tall task, but nothing these girls can't do.
And you know, the seniors today saying that this is their last home game in this gym. So hopefully the crowd starts to show up. I know we have a soccer game later on tonight, which you can catch here on GATV.
Absolutely, don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere, but you will have to change the broadcast, but we'll be in the same spot. So it looks like Hawken is going to get the serve to start. Starting for the Hawken Hawks at server, Sydney Braun, waiting for the signal here.
As you said, crowd's starting to fill in. I know some of those football guys, after their film and stuff, they'll come filter in here to support these seniors. Their last game here at home. Same for the girls' soccer later, so make sure you tune in for both. As you said, now Hawken about to serve to start us off for the first set.
That serve is short, giving the Lancers the first point of the game. Now, last year in the playoffs here, you might have caught this game. There was a couple games there where there was no return coming from the opposing team. Looking to see if that continues. Myra Siebert with the serve for the Lancers. Nice set over here.
Gets the tip. Pike. Not Pike, sorry. I'm going to have to get used to that.
There's
Very
Pike.
similar. A lot of blondes, you know. Hawken responds in kind, makes it a 1-1 game. And I say Hawken's going to rise up to the occasion. Already a good series right there. Lancers got to get their feet wet a bit, moving around, and they'll hope to get this one up in a lead again. Lancers, it's the same as every team. You want to play with the lead here. Hawken set to serve. If we have a substitution error there, reading out the names.
I know the libero situation can always confuse some people, but
including me.
we do have Avery Martin as the libero for the Lancers. All good by the ref. Here comes the serve from the Hawks. This is River Longmoon serving here. Nice set over to Pike. It's a good save by the Hawken Hawks right there. Terranova in the back row. Whitner with the kill, and that is a point for the Lancers.
Yeah, really just masterful stuff there from the Lancers. Whitner, one of those players that's been on this varsity team for quite some time. She's got the height and the skill and the experience, obviously, being a player that's already been to states. The most experience you can get in this setting. She's going to rise to the occasion. Does there. Lancers lead 2-1.
And the serve going to the Hawken Hawks, but let's see if they can return it. That's a nice kill, but that's going to be out. Point Lancers.
Lancers lead 3-1 here in the first set. Again, if you're just joining us, it's playoff volleyball here. Seniors' last home game taken on a matchup against the Hawken Hawks rivalry in the playoffs. Here's the serve. Placed well. That's flying into the bench. 4-1 for the Lancers.
And this bench will get fired up very quickly. 4-1 Lancers lead. Avery Martin, again, the libero with the serve. with the set. Kill by, but the block by Whitner is out. That's going to be a point for the Hawks, 4-2 here. That's one thing that our team is very good at, is blocking the ball. Now, can they just finish it by getting it in the zone for the Lancers?
Yeah, Gilmour definitely has that height advantage, something that helped them in the past last year. That one served into the net. 5-2 for the Lancers, but as you said, Gilmour's got the height. Anders family well known for it. We know Aubrey Anders from last year. Now Ava Anders is a freshman on this squad. She's got
wearing the same
height.
number.
There you go.
Easy to remember. Whitner with the serve here for the Lancers. It's a good serve there by the senior.
Anders there, the set.
There's Kyla. That looked out, but okay. Anders with the kill, but the nice dig. They're going to say that the Hawks were in the net, so that's going to be a point for the Lancers. Whitner with the serve again. As I was saying, there's only 3 seniors on this team. This team is very young, which is new for this program.
Yeah, for sure. You've normally got a squad that's composed pretty much of all seniors. Just the sheer amount you had on that squad, though, really had a lot to fill in. And unlike those other sports where you can bring in more and more seniors, even if you're drawn to Gilmour by the volleyball program, you've got to really establish yourself, because this is one of the teams, or one of the games where even though the team's smaller, you require the most chemistry on the court.
Yep.
So you want those guys that really compete with each other the best way, and that those that have the experience.
Whitner with another great serve. That's going to be an ace for the Lancers, but you just missed a great kill by Ava Anders on the point before this. This is a nice little run for Whitner.
8-2 for the Lancers. Whitner again on the serve.
See if the Hawks can return this one. They do, but it is out, so that's going to be another point for the Lancers, going up 9-2 in the first set.
Yeah, and that's also what we wanted, really. Early lead for the Lancers, and they're going to call a timeout here as the Hawks responded in kind 1-1, but then the Lancers quickly retook the lead. Just great cooperation, and that height advantage, big deal. So put the Lancers ahead early.
All right, with this 1-minute timeout, we will be right back. All right, we are back from that timeout. Again, the Lancers up 9-2 here in the first set. Whitner still with the serve. She's had a nice little run going. Good little senior leadership out there.
And another great serve. It's going to put the Lancers up 10-2. She's been on fire. The consistency to place it in exactly that spot just above the white every time. Masterful execution for Whitner, and she's going to continue her reign of terror here on another serve.
Oh, see, that was going to go out. That was going to be the end of her reign, but Hawken tries to make the play, fails, point Lancers. It's 11-2 here in the first set. Again, it's a best-of-5 series. Win each set by 2.
Lancers look to reach that magical 25. Again in the back. Now they got to get this one over.
That is going to be on the line. It's a great point by the Hawks right there. You know, they are not communicating very well on the Hawks sideline, or actually on the court as well. A couple of subs coming in for the Hawks here.
You know, you mentioned it, as I said too, like one of the most like competitive sports where you really got to communicate together. Communication, something always they always stress, and it's that one person. I'm in gym volleyball and I'm getting tilted at these guys because they're behind me, but I'm not yelling like mine. You know, that's always something more important that we always stress it, but it's just so important. Tries to get the kill last off of the Hawks, or yeah.
Now it's going to be a point for the Lancers. That's Kyla Williams. Kyla Williams, the pit commit, is just so excited to be at Gilmour, and her future looks so bright heading to Pitt after Emmy Klicka did that a few years ago. She's now playing professional volleyball in Orlando. It's a great legacy that this program is leaving. Ava Anders with the serve here, but let's see if the Hawks can return it. They do. It's a nice kill. It's a nice kill by Evelyn Myers.
Yeah, and sometimes if you can't make up with the height advantage, you just got to get that vertical and able to get up there and place it beautifully. Lancers lead by 10.
Anders really does look like Aubrey. I keep wanting to call her name.
I'll look in the halls and she walks past, and I'm confused, like why she's still here, you know?
Just like a younger Aubrey who's playing at Colgate now. And that senior class last year, the class of 25 for this volleyball team, was incredible.
I believe it was 4 D1 commits. I think I have that number.
Mina Diggs at Villanova, Aubrey at Colgate, Kayla Chanel at Coastal Carolina. That's going to be out for the Hawks. There is one more. Who am I forgetting?
Ooh. Yeah, you could go check up on that one. I know. I feel whoever forget, we'll get to you for a sec. Sorry, you're D1 commit. You matter.
Well, I know Kara Riley's at Walsh, but there is somebody else, and I am just blanking. Not sure what they called here. Oh, touch it. They went under the net. So that's going to be a point for the Lancers, up 15-4 here in the first set.
10 to go to try to take the first. Here's the serve.
That's a nice ace for Myers right there.
Beautiful placement there. Right on the line.
Here comes in another senior, Emily Kish. She's coming in, as well as Emma Masiosi coming in for Anders and giving Aiden Pike a rest.
Yeah, Emily Kish, one of those girls that's really had some of the most experience on the court playing for AVC, and again, being another player on that squad that won states last year. That serves in the net. Lancers still lead by 11, but Kish, one of those most experienced leaders on that squad, always makes a great impact on the court.
It was Bree Habib at Youngstown State.
There you go, yep.
Sorry, Bree. Got a nice group on the court right here.
Beautiful placement there. And Vieira rockets towards the right side of the court. Lancers up 12, 17-5 here in the first set. It's playoffs. Lancers taking on the Hawks. It's been all Lancers here early on.
Kyla Williams getting ready to serve here. Always prefers to serve from the right side, which makes sense if you're a righty. But there's some people that just prefer that left side. It doesn't make sense.
And I always see someone writing with their left hand on a pencil. It throws me off a bit. We've made it a norm to be a right-hander. It's always so weird. Dylan
Emily
Gabriel
Kish.
throwing those passes. I'd be really weird to catch. I've heard it's weird to catch a left-handed throw.
There's a nice dig by Kyla Williams to keep the ball alive, keep the volley going here.
We play on here in the set. Sends it across.
Ooh. Nice dig there for the Hawks. That's Kendall Williams.
Nice play there to trick it and send it over. The trick set puts the Lancers up 18-5. What a series we had right there.
Yeah, Myra right there as the setter just totally fooled the Hawks. Thought she was going up, decided to go over. Point Lancers, 18-5 in the first set. See if Kyla can keep going.
Yeah, when you've got such a great kill game in that height, they're expecting you to throw that when it's so successful that they're just preparing for that. They'll lean to the back, and then you can trick them there. Lancers, great serve there.
Another ace for the Lancers, and another timeout for the Hawks, which means we will be right back. All right, we are back. Zach, what do you think the Hawken huddle there? What's the message right now? Down 19-5 in the first set.
I mean, you're really evaluating what Gilmour's game plan is here. First, you're observing what they're doing better than you, and that is communication. We're not hearing that a lot up here. They're on the upside of the court, but you can tell when a team's communicating or not, and just so many misplacing the serves, hitting the ground right away. That's to give credit to Gilmour. That's well placement, but they also just got to know where to be at the right time. Take the time while you can. Try and salvage the set still early in this game, but the Lancers have really imposed their will early on as they have a 19-5 lead.
Emily Kish with the kill there. That's not, oh, it is going to be returned. I thought that was going to hit the backboard. It's a great volley for the Hawks. Whitner with the kill, however, it goes out. So that is going to end the serving reign of Kyla Williams. That's going to be a point for the Hawks, 19-6.
And you're just consistently getting great sets of serves with all these players from the back, man, and that's exactly what the Lancers need. Delegate the responsibilities equally. They're all playing their part here, and that's a major component of a great team. Lancers up 19-6 in the first set.
Aubrey Terranova in for the Lancers now. Kyla, a break after all those serves. Sydney Braun serving for the Hawks. Emily Kish with the kill, and it goes in, and that is going to be a point for the Lancers, 20-6. 5 more to go in this first set. You know, I know the Lancers like to go up big early, but I did not expect this.
Yeah, you know, it's always like a close game with Hawken, so again, if you're able to surpass expectations, execute your game plan early. I think these girls have an expectation in mind, being able to execute what they've wanted to do early on. That gives great momentum to get through the rest of the first set and beyond. Another beautifully placed serve from Mira Siebert.
Yeah, that was just a total misjudgment of the ball by Lily O'Brien on the Hawks side.
21-6, here's the serve.
That hits the net, so that's going to be another point, Lancers.
They need 3 to take the first set here. Lancers looking to go ahead early.
You know, my MVP right now on the Hawken side is Kendall Williams. I mean, she is just everywhere. They should get her the ball more, is what I'm trying to say here. Kish with the kill.
That was a good save, too. Put it a little further right than they wanted.
Yep.
Kish with a great adjustment, puts it in play. Lancers only need 2 to take the first set.
Mira with the serve still. Let's see if she can end this set fairly quickly.
And there's that communication error we've been talking about earlier. Something they've got to get adjusted, but honestly, at this point, you want to gather yourself here. Lancers look like they've taken this first set. Need 1 more off the serve of Siebert.
One thing that changed during COVID was after each set, each team would switch sides and switch benches, and I get the point. They don't do that anymore, so we won't have the Hawken side by us anytime soon. However, it's not like we can hit. It's not a loud gym right now. We should be able to hear them yelling, and we don't. Nice volley going, but that block by Whitner and by Anders ends the match for the Lancers, 25-6.
So the Lancers take the first set. They lead 1-0 here. Best of 5 in the volleyball playoff. Your Lancers ahead.
2 more to go. We will be right back. And we are back for set 2 of this district semi. Your Gilmour Academy Lancers against the Hawken Hawks. Gilmour up 1-0, seemingly not having any problems.
Yeah, you can see the vibes on the court there.
Totally. And, you know, looking at these records, the Lancers have a 13-9 record. Their schedule was very weird this year. They played a lot of teams not from Ohio, nationally ranked teams, extremely hard schedule. Part of that was because of the late retirement announcement from Danny Coughlin, but Hawken, you know, they had a couple of big wins. They beat HB, Hathaway Brown 3-2. They beat Orange 3-2, but they had a lot of, you know, some big time losses. They beat they lost to West G in straight sets. They lost to they beat Maple, but they lost to West G twice in straight sets. And that's, you know, not great.
Yeah. And then it's always weird, too. You see that in, like, every league, like, that progression. You can somehow link that worst team to the best team and who's beat who. So it's still unpredictable, and that's why it's so important you show up. Because it's any given Sunday, but it's any given school night here.
There you go, at the corner. Any given school night at the corner of Cedar and Som.
Oh, do I have to use that?
I think you do, because that's a pretty good one. Right on the fly. Started out with Mira serving again. Nice. Oh, it was a nice tip from
I like
Mira,
the idea there.
But just didn't make it over the net. Hawken takes the first lead of the game, of the match, of the day. Let's see if they can build on that. They are up 1-0.
Yeah, we were definitely talking about, like, earlier on during that timeout what they could be talking about, but you really saw that set crumble at the end solely because of that communication. But that's just a good play there from the Lancers.
Yeah, there's just not much you can do. If you're not conditioned, I mean, all these girls play volleyball all year long, mostly. They all play JO volleyball together. You know, the program has become such an integral part of the school. I mean, if you come to Lancer Gymnasium and you just look at the wall of championships and semifinals, like it's just unbelievable. Always love when a server comes in and makes the first play. Avery Martin, the libero, does that, and the Lancers get the point. It's like in basketball. You got to follow your shot.
Absolutely. Lancers retake the lead, 2-1. They lead 1-0. Here's the serve.
See how long she can. Well, I just jinxed that one.
People don't believe it's a real thing. Commentators, because very real.
I mean, I am a very superstitious person, and so for me to even say that is wild.
So tied 2-2 in the second set.
As a reminder, after this, girls soccer in their district semi against Padua at Weber Stadium, we'll have that for you. Gilmour goes under the net or hits the net, giving Hawken the point. That's so hard because sometimes your momentum.
I think it was Hawken that went under the net there.
Even better.
Still, you can make that point. It's really hard to control momentum. When you're running up there, you're all set back, expecting the shot back. They go low, and you've got to run up, and really had to stop.
He definitely pointed at us that we did it, but that's okay. We'll take the point. There's some communication from Hawken. Maybe they're relearning their ways. That was a nice hit there by Williams. For Hawken, Kyla, for us, that went out of bounds. But Kendall Williams for Hawken had a nice little punch. The block went out of bounds. It's going to be Lancer point up 4-2. Whitner with the serve.
Remember her last time she was serving. She went on an absolute tear. Looking to start that one again. She really broke the Lancers away early. And really that same situation, looking to reciprocate that here in the second set.
It helps when you're like the third server and you can kind of see the game plan, the match plan for another team. It's very reminiscent to Ella Jackson last year.
And again, a little miscommunication gives the Lancers a chance, and they capitalize. What a nice kill.
unbelievable strength by Kyla Williams. Maybe that's why she's going to Pitt.
I think that could be a valid reason.
I mean, she's had that commit for a long time, and she's a junior. So that's got to be so nice going into senior year, knowing everything already.
And that makes the college application process a little bit easier, too. I'll say that. I'm in the heart of it right now, and boy, if I knew where I was going and I had that offer, that'd make it a lot easier. But with that strength and that height, honestly, you can get in any school you want. Going to Pitt, they've got a good one. Lancers lead 7-2. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout.
Back from the timeout from Hawken. Let's see if Whitner can continue her tear of serves. And she does.
Off the top, able to recover there.
Those are always the hardest because you never know. As soon as they hit the top of the net, where is it going to bounce? Another net point for the Lancers. Hawken went into the net. And like we were saying, it's just so hard. Your full body momentum, moving as fast as they are, hitting the net, it's got to be really hard to prevent that.
Lancers look to add on.
Ooh,
Great
a nice block from both Kyla and Anders.
And as we say, the start of the set, vibes are very high.
Vibes are high.
Right now.
I would venture to say immaculate.
Immaculate vibes. 9-2 the lead. Whitner again on the serve.
It's Kendall Williams for the Hawks. She is in on every single play. Ooh, it's just a little too strong for the Lancers there. Evelyn hitting it out of the back corner.
So the lead for the Lancers now,
Yep.
9-3. We'll see some shifting. Whitner not going as long, but still getting vital points for the Lancers. Instantly making another great play, Kyla Williams.
And she just makes it look easy. It literally looks like there's just no effort. There is, but it looks like she's just...
She floats.
She floats. Anders with the service now. It's going to up.
We'll see here, talking with the score table.
Let's see. They're going to give the point to Hawken here as a...
It looked like we went into the net there.
Well, they're saying it's a substitution error, so...
You would know, not me.
Just trying to see what the ref is saying. Okay. So the libero Avery Martin came in for Aiden Pike, but Aiden Pike didn't sub out. Somehow Hawken gets the point. That's like literally the point of a libero, so not quite sure what he saw, or maybe he just missed it, but doesn't matter because as they say, ball don't lie. And Gilmour gets the ball back.
So the lead is 11-4 for the Lancers here in the second set. They lead 1-0.
And more teams coming in. Actually, Gilmour's next opponent is coming in. They play in Lancer Gymnasium after this game. It's Louisville and Oh gosh, I had it in my head.
Point for Hawken.
Oh, and CVCA. So Gilmour will play the winner of Louisville and CVCA.
So you can imagine all these girls going to stick around, keep close eyes, and it's your film in person.
Exactly.
Right here.
That game will be in Girard on Thursday.
I'd like to tell you where that is, but I couldn't.
Have to pull up a map for that one. 11-5 Lancers. Nice save here for the home team. Let's see if Hawken can volley it back. They do. Setting up Kyla Williams and with the kill.
And she's on a tear, man. She is unstoppable at the front. Already in probably the last 5 points, she's had 3 amazing kills.
Myra Lindbergh coming in for De'Ara Whitner. Good to see her getting some playing time. Our girl Kyla getting the service now.
She's playing all sides now, see if she can get some great serves and having a dominant performance in this set.
And she's just got the eye of the tiger right now if you were to look at her. A nice set save for her and a kill for Pike, but it's dug out by the Hawks. Ooh.
That's placed well by them.
It was a well-placed ball, but also that was a communication error for the Lancers.
Yeah, one of very few we've seen so far. And they're gonna give Williams a rest. Again, she's been making quite the impact here. Lancers lead 12-6. Hawkins showing life compared to that first set, but that one goes out. Point for the Lancers.
Aubrey Terranova in for Kyla. And Ava coming back in for Kaya Wilson. Mira with the serve. Ooh.
And off
Looks
the
like
wrist, yeah, somewhere around on that
off the wrist or
forearm.
almost the face almost. 14-6 Lancers.
Lancers have put 2 together, looking to break away. Hawken, again, they're keeping themselves in this one.
Ooh.
But a good play there. Anders is almost looking like she didn't mean to do as such, but gets it across.
You know, you're taught early in volleyball. You get 3 hits, a bump, a set, and a spike or a kill. But sometimes you don't need all 3. Sometimes you can just kill it right then and there. And that's exactly what she did.
And sometimes just keeping it simple, you know. You don't have to overwork, and so that's just another chance to throw them off.
Exactly. Another thing the Lancers do well, which just happened, is hit into the net, but saved by Aubrey Terranova to keep the volley going, not going into the net.
We play on here. We got a good series. And a
Ooh.
good block.
It's a great block for Lily Armstrong of the Hawken Hawks, and now she's being subbed out.
And I feel like that's a great testament of like an adjustment being made for the Hawks. They communicated well, kept it alive, caught the Lancers in tough positions, and like really just amending what went wrong in that first set. They are down 8, now 9, but they are still very well in this one, and they're showing signs of improvement. No reason to count them out yet. Lancers lead 16-7 though.
Avery Martin with the serve for the Lancers, the libero, serving from the left side as a righty, it looks like. Yep, as a righty. All about placement, though. Williams with the kill for the Hawks. Nice kill off the net for Anders, point Gilmour. Again, that's one of the hardest things in volleyball, is hitting it off the top of the net, seeing where that's going to go, making that judgment call.
Again on the serve, Lancers lead is 10. Anders sends it over again. Tries to catch him off guard.
Ooh.
Power shot, Lancers, nothing they can do. Hawken responds 17-8.
It looks like a bunch of Hawks coming in, subbing. See if they can bring some magic to this team. Ellie Zane serving for the Hawks.
Now they're really going to have to piece something together here. They can play well, but against this powerhouse of a Gilmour team, you got to get a good series going.
And another kill for the Lancers. You know, if someone was taking stats for us, I'd love to know how many kills that is for the home team, because my goodness.
You know, it's so cool. I was always curious. I never knew how like a replay system worked on these big networks. But when I just toured University of Kentucky, it was like this cool little like gray box with like a little wheel. You brought it back something cool if we had here. Like the odd chance I find one at a pawn shop. It looks like something I'd find at a pawn shop. An old antique, but works great. And I don't know, maybe I'll start a little bake sale to fund one of those for us.
The Digital Media Club and GATV would never say no to a replay system. But another rarity for this match is Whitner serves it out, giving the Hawks the point.
That's why it's just so helpful that you got so many teammates that can back you up.
Totally.
That those mistakes aren't going to really hurt you unless you have some complete collapse here. But the Lancers' lead is still 8.
Oh, it's like she carried the ball, like hit it up with her palm. Illegal. Carried is a basketball term. I shouldn't have said that, but it's all right. Lancers get the point up 19-10 in the second set, leading the match 1-0. And Anders with the serve.
Looking to break away again. Lead is 9. Needs 6 more to seal away the second set. Hawken stayed in this one. Really made a lot of adjustments from the start of this match. And boy, who would it be other than Kyla Williams with a stylish highlight reel kill. Phipps setting it. Another one of those seniors.
Kyla is unreal. I mean, it is a privilege getting to watch her play. I can't wait until
senior year. We get another year of this. We're always jealous when we got to commit, first of all, because that just shows the skill. And then I see that junior next, so I just know we're in for a good time. Well, any sport. Phipps catches him off guard.
We might get her for next year, but you will have to be watching on GATV next year.
Yeah, I'm trying to find like the one who gets the golden ticket to be the play-by-play voice. We've had a lot of good. I'm happy with Joe Carter, though Carter said he's really into doing soccer, not as much as football. Joe Phipps, not related. I always asked him, I was like, are you related to Annabelle? He's like, no, everyone asked me, not related.
Well, it's a unique
It's a pretty unique, and that's why he's like, I understand why people ask me, you know.
Don't look anything alike either.
True.
Joe is our prep hockey guru, always providing updates on that.
And into the trash can that one goes.
Ew.
I wonder if we'll get a new one there, though. They'll play with this one still, I guess.
No,
they'll put another one. I was going to say. Yeah, just chuck it right at the scorer's table. Get all that half-empty Gatorade bottle fluids on there.
Gross.
Lancers need 2 to take away the second set and go ahead 2-0 in the match.
Ava with another amazing serve.
That one's out. Lancers 1 away.
Set point here for the Lancers. Will Ava... Will she ace it? Because that seems to be what happens on this, and it's not going to happen now that I just said it out loud.
We'll see now. Here's the serve.
Ooh.
Sent up high. Oh,
free ball.
We get across the set from Phipps. A little high, catches him off guard. Able to get a hand on it. Just over, diving to make the save. Phipps the set. Gonna have to just send it over. Opportunity for the Hawks. Sends it up in the air. Anders. And the block on the ground, and you jinxed it.
I did jinx it.
Hey, at least we got a good series.
That was a great volley by both teams. Great communication on both sides. That's what you want to see in a district semifinal.
Lancers lead 24-11 here in the second set.
Kaya Wilson coming in here for the Lancers, subbing out Ava, giving her a breather. Set point. The kill, and it's in. Evelyn Myers with the set point kill for the Lancers. They take the match lead 2-0. Ending up with Will this be a straight sweep for the Lancers? We'll find out next in about 3 minutes. Game 3 of this district semifinal. Gilmour leading the match 2-0 against the Hawken Hawks. Same starters coming out.
And you know, this one has a chance to be a little bittersweet for some of these seniors. Very well could be the last set played here in Lancer Gymnasium if they look to go 3-0 and win this playoff matchup against the Hawks.
Down the street rival. Anytime you can beat Hawken. I know our football team didn't get it done this year, and I was definitely, that one stung, but anytime you can beat the down the street rival, either way, honestly.
Either side, there you
either
go.
side of us is a win for the school. So let's see if the Lancers can finish this one out. Ooh. They went back, Hawken went back into the net, so that gives the Lancers the point to start off. A little bit different of a lineup here for the Lancers. Mira with the serve to start.
Good block. Recovered it, though.
Ooh.
Still in the air. I don't know if they'll save it there. Initially looked like it had a shot. Lancers lead 2-0 in the third set with a 2-0 lead on the match.
You have Mira serving now, Aubrey Terranova, have Avery Martin at the libero, Ava Anders, Tiara Whitner, Aiden Pike in for the Lancers for this third set.
That one is gonna be out of bounds. A little too far, a little too much strength on that one. Lancers lead 3-0 here, final set. Again, Siebert to serve. Lancers have taken a good chunk lead early. Hawken showed promise at the start of the second set, and they really did have a good second set. Lancers, just a powerhouse, and a little miscommunication there in the back with Terranova and Martin, and that's gonna get the Hawken Hawks their first point in this set. It's win or go home now. Every set you gotta win out here if you're the Hawks. Lancers have executed beautifully so far today. They're looking to finish this one out. Last game at home for the seniors, and again, as that one's tipped, Lancers 4-1. Don't go anywhere after this game, folks, as the Lady Lancers will take on Padua here at home for their final home game. That one will be girls soccer. So make sure you could stay just here on Gilmour.org/live and GATV. At the conclusion of this, depending on when this one ends, you might have a little bit of a break. That game will start at 7. And sure to get another throw. The girls soccer team very dominant in their last matchup. Miscommunication from the Hawks. That gets the Lancers up early, and really they just play better with the lead here. And where communication looked great for the Hawks early in that second set, and throughout the whole thing, and obviously looking at that 2-0 score on the board, really fixes with the mindset. Anders gently taps it over, and they just got the touch, and the Hawks looking for anything at this point. In the back to serve. Martin, she's had some great serves today. Really everyone has. And that one, not able to get across the net. Quickly the points racking up for the Lancers, and they're gonna call a timeout. Hawks in desperation mode. They need anything. So we're gonna take a 1-minute break. We'll be right back. 7-1 in the third set.
Lancers up 7-1 after that timeout. Third set for the Lancers, up 2-0. Will they finish it off? We're about to find out here. Avery Martin had the serve for the Lancers. She follows her serve.
And a beautiful kill from Anders.
Knocked her off her feet.
And that's the power you see from that front side, man. They can just place it anywhere with such strength. And they just got behind early, too, for the Hawks. So many errors made. The Lancers, with their great play, can take advantage of that. They lead 8-1.
And River Longmoon was the recipient of that kill by Anders just a point ago. And, man, that could not have felt good.
8-2 substitution for the Hawks. Good
Great
block, able to keep it alive. We'll play on here.
You know, I think that's the first free ball I've seen from the Lancers today. But there they went under the net again. That must be the 4th or 5th time this match that they've done that.
Yeah, and when you've got a great series looking, you make a great play to keep that one alive, just that momentum again. You can make the great play, but if you go under that net, it's all over. You really got to find the balance there. Couldn't find it there in Diera, who's had some great, great serving sets so far.
It's a double touch by...
I think they went under, touched the net there. Sure looked like it originally.
Oh, they did. They went back under. Ended up as a double touch, but Hawken went under first, so point Lancers. Whitner continuing her reign here.
And it's really been defined by the mistakes of the Hawks here in this third set so far. They're down 8 early. Win or go home. The set, the kill. And she cannot be stopped, folks. Kyla Williams.
I mean, she's not even fully winding up. I mean, that's just pure strength.
11-2. Lancers 14 to go to move on to the next round.
Nice way to get it over for the Hawks. Good set and a great kill by Evelyn Myers. And a quick timeout on Diarra's service for the Hawks.
The Lancers in full control here, up 12-2 in the third set. We'll be right back.
And as we've said all match, the vibes here are high. Gilmour bench dancing, singing along to the music. Feeling good about the way that they are beating the Hawken Hawks rival from down the road in Gates Mills.
Yeah, a little extra energy boost if you can carry it on. Vibes are a big deal. Just the attitude you've got the next day at school, that bus ride there. If you're feeling good about your team, it makes such a big difference. But at the same time, they're going to have to show up just like they did today. Lancers have played so well. And what a play there. Looking to finish it off, Kish.
It's a great kill by Emily Kish there, one of the seniors on this team. Good to see her getting involved. You know, I talked to Coach Markovicius, and with this hard, really intense schedule that the Lancers have had this season, he said one of the biggest problems of this team has been the inability to finish. Let's see what happened here.
Yeah, it's something you really like to mention on their weakness, but
Service error.
Okay. So pretty big lead they'd have to blow here. He said, really, it's important, all aspects of the game. And when tougher opponents come along, there's no point where you can keep your foot off the pedal. And in a game like this where you have that lead and it's looking promising for you, look to fix it while you can.
And not by not making your serves over the net. Here comes a sub for the Lancers. Caitlin Alexander getting into the game for the first time today. Getting pumped up by her teammates here. Good to see some of these players getting a chance to shine today. 14-3 Lancers.
Another kill opportunity, and that's just the sheer strength we've talked about all day. She's my MVP on the game today, for sure.
Game ball, absolutely. Actually, you know, if you could give two, it would have to go to Diarra and Kyla.
Absolutely,
yeah. Diarra's service today was just unreal.
Do they give those? I mean, the amount of lost volleyballs I see in the nets in the gymnasium, I gotta wonder, they can hand those game balls out like handed for the sheer amount of volleyballs I've seen around. Yeah, give them two. Why not?
Yeah.
Bring out the Sharpie marker.
Ooh.
Little too much juice on that one.
Emily Kish on that, but another sub coming in for the Lancers, Myra Lindberg. She comes in for Kyla. Kyla getting a well-deserved breather. Ooh. Caitlin Alexander there with the receiving error.
Lancers lead still 10, 15-5. They need 10 to move on to the next round. Their competition in the building for the game right after. That one, little too far. Point for the Hawks, see if they can't piece something together here.
Yeah, and Ava Anders with that kill that went out the back of the playing area, but man, that was tough. Caitlin Alexander with the receive there over the net. point for the Lancers. Hawks could not return that one.
Yeah, back-to-back times you'll see they won't take all three. They just tried to send it right back over. Didn't work for the Hawks there. Lancers have pulled it off really well today.
Dylan Pike, I'm sorry, Aiden Pike. Dylan Pike is scoring today. And I knew I would do that.
And it's very hard to tell them apart.
The Pike sisters, the Anders sisters, all the sisters here. It's a family affair.
Again into the net for the Hawks. Lancers inching closer towards playoff progression.
Emily Kish with the serve again. She's worked so hard. I know she plays JO volleyball all year long. This is her moment to shine.
We'll send it across, back up.
Followed her serve. Nice kill by Anders.
Sends it back over. Called out.
Ooh.
Yeah, miscommunication there from Anders. Kish called out, but Anders really pinned to the spot. She was going to take a big hit if that one, unless you got some dodgeball skills. Feels like playing dodgeball when you're not good at volleyball when I'm out there.
And that's a communication error for the Lancers. She did receive that, but no one was there to get her set.
Yeah. One of the very few we've seen today. Lance has been very well on that side of the game.
It's a nice kill by Myra. Another.
As a point for the Hawks. So they're staying in this one.
Yeah, it's 17-8.
They're not giving up yet. When it'd be so easy to down 2-0 in sets. Lancers starting to go a little deeper in that bench, you notice.
Yep.
They're not bringing in as many of those starters in, see if they can't conserve them. We were wondering why they weren't, but now they're really getting to that point and looking to just close this one out. But you'll see some of them come back in, not settling for anything. You want to just close this one out, keep it nice and simple.
Yeah, Hawken cuts this to 8, and De'Ara and Aubrey come back into the game for, just trying to get a little bit more of a cushion. You're so close to winning this match in straight sets that you wanna finish strong. A nice receive there. Another kill that's going to go out the back of the court from Aiden Pike.
Yeah, and that's something we've seen a few times in this game. Doesn't really hurt you now, but in later games where it's down to the wire, you don't want to be having that happen, simply put. So the Lancers get out their frustrations, put all the extra juice on the ball, and if you can angle that down, that's great, but in a closer match that we'll most certainly have later on, as these Lancers look to go on, you have to fix those small mistakes, and that's just so hard when you have to play nearly pitch perfect to move on. That's the reality of girls volleyball in the state of Ohio. In really the prestige and the expectation this program has set. Overall, though, very happy with the ladies' performance today, as they are 6 points away from moving on.
Annabelle Phipps comes into the game to serve, up 19-9. Trying to finish this one strong and continue the road to a back-to-back championship game.
And kind of like Kyla, Anders barely has to get up there. Great wingspan. She just puts her hand up there. I don't even know. She can get on her tippy toes, send that one down. Great kill, 5 points away.
And there are few programs in the country that can claim the greatness that this program does, and so it's always a privilege to just watch and even see these younger players get involved and make impacts early. So it's great being able to see players like Annabelle Phipps here. I know she's a senior, but she has not been playing a whole lot. She sends that serve out the back of the court, but it's always great to see those players who sit deeper on the bench get a chance to play in a playoff game, no less.
And it's a big nod, too, if you're playing for a program like Gilmour, even making the team.
Yeah.
Big accomplishment. I work with the admissions. So many players like, hey, my girl wants to play volleyball. I was like, yeah, we have a great program, just like manage your expectations,
Absolutely.
It's so hard to make this program.
And we have our open house for middle and upper school. That's on Sunday, this Sunday, October 26th. hoping to see everybody out there. But yeah, we will have a ton of potential volleyball players coming to tour the school, and maybe you'll be the one giving the tour, Zach. But
maybe, or they've asked me to work in the digital media lab, so kind of where I live when I do these kind of things. So if you guys listen in, if you're a student, want to listen in, want to take my job when I'm gone, we'd love to have you. I love every new face we see there.
Yeah, anybody interested in digital media, please let us know. Love to chat with you on Sunday or anytime.
But here, focus on volleyball, 1 point away. Great save and sending it over. Lancers just need one more. Could it be off the serve of Martin?
I will hand it to Hawken. They do not seem to be down in the dumps. They're going to try and get every point out of this Lancer team, just like they volleyed that one back. But De'Ara tips it. Able to be received. Avery with the set. Over to Anders with the kill. Goes off of a couple of Hawks' faces there.
And that's going to do it from us here.
That will do it. The Lancers move on. They win the district semifinal against Hawken 3-0. We will be right back. We're going to head down to Weber Stadium. We have another district semifinal. The girls soccer team plays Padua. They did beat Padua earlier this year, and should be a great game. Zach will be on the call.
Yeah, we'll be right there. Yeah, Carter will join us as well for that.
Stay on.